Okay, so tomorrow is my water pump supposed to show up. So this is actually Monday. So I'm gonna change out, drain out my radiator, see if I can get the new one in. So that's what we're gonna be messing with today. So the first thing I need to do is drain the radiator. So I need to get down to that bottom down there and drain it all out. And then from there, basically you're just gonna take the hoses off, and then I have to figure out how it's mounted. It looks like there's a little bracket here on top. I'm sure there's one on the bottom too. So that's what I'm gonna be looking at and see how that radiator mounts, and then how I'm gonna mount it to the new one. Okay, so I'm gonna drain. Okay, so when I'm underneath the car here, this is the passenger side, you can see where this sway bar goes across. Someone put an indent in the old one. I'm not sure why, but anyway, right here is your, they call it a pitcock. Is that what it's called? So we'll just turn that out, drain. I'm sure it's gonna make a hell of a mess. So we'll do that first, and hopefully we don't get things all over on the ground. And then from underneath here, I think there's, I don't know how it's held at the bottom. I'll have to look a little bit closer. Anyway, so we're gonna drain it. Alright, so it's fully open, and it's not draining very fast. I even took the cap off the top to help. So this is gonna take a while, but it'll be cleaner. Because I know I'm gonna have to close it up and empty this bucket. Yeah, the first little bit of it, when I started draining it, it was more brown than green, so all of that scale and whatnot. So anyway, we'll let that drain. All right, so while that's draining, I'm gonna come up here, take a screwdriver, or even a, I don't know, just a screwdriver, take my hose off. So that should be empty. And then I can start taking off my hose for the water pump. So we'll get those hoses off, and then we'll work on the lower radiator hose once we get all the fluid out. But the top ones, we're gonna take out. So, I don't know if you can see all the gunk in there. It's all brown. Well, I've only driven this car maybe 100 and maybe 200 miles since I've gotten it. So, I can tell all that sediment from here. There's just gunk, just brown. So it's probably a good thing that I'm changing it out, at least cleaning it out. Well, another thing you can do is that we can flush it out too. That'd probably help it out too and give it a good flush. So, all right, I'm going to take off the other hoses and the thermostat. Okay, so I'm going to get new bolts and stuff anyway. Someone didn't put in a bolt there, so I was only had one bolt holding on this side. It's a pretty tight fit because I got this fan shroud hitting hit my suspension there. So I'm gonna clip my wiring for my fans, just my zip ties, unplug it, that way it'll pull straight out, that way nothing's being held down, and then I'm gonna try and pull it up through there. But I think I have to pull up on this end first, see if I can swing it up and out, and then it might miss the fan. If I can't do that, then I'm going to see if I can take this off, because maybe it's just these two screws holding on the top. So we'll look. All right. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna have to take that shield off, or the fan. I guess that's about just gonna fit. Even if I pull up that way, try to swing, because it needs to go in straight. So I'm gonna see if I can take this shroud off. All right, so what I ended up doing, since I can't get these off, I took the 4 bolts off for the fan. So now it'll slide right on out. So that's what was holding us in, was that fan. Okay, so we'll get her out. Alright, what we got hung up on now? Try the other side maybe. This might end up being a 2-man job. There we go. Oh, slid back down. I wish I had a little handle right here. It'd be perfect. Oh, you know what? I could push from the bottom probably. I can't lift. Oop. Alright. Almost out. Just hung up on the bottom where that fan is. It's inside that ring. Let's see here. Alright. Give me a minute. We'll come back to it. Okay, so I pushed it a little bit from the bottom. Now we're just hung up on the lower hose there on that side. It's hanging up on something. Oh, and here, come on. Ooh, almost got splashed in the face. There we go, we're all loose. Alright, so now I'm going to try and pull it out this way. Yeah, it's brown from what I can see. Alright. And here we go. Alright. Okay. Yeah, got that sucker out. Yeah, that almost splashed like some coolant in my face. But look how brown. More brown, so I'm going to clean that up real quick. Anything down in there that needs cleaned up, I'll clean up before I put in the new one. So, alright. Here we go. Alright, now that I kind of cleaned it up a little bit, that way I don't have Prestone all over my chrome or anything. I'm going to disconnect the water pump because my water pump is on schedule for tomorrow. So I have to loosen up my alternator, take the belt off, and then the water pump. Should be easy. You just take off the front bolts here, and then you just got the mounting bolts. I think there's 4 of them. And then that's it. So, alright, we'll do that real quick and get it off. Alright. Alright, so there's 4 bolts right here. So here's one. I think there's 4. The top one. I'll grab an extension real quick. There we go, that's a little bit easier. Alright, there's one. And there's one. So there might be 3. And yes, I loosened up these 2 top too. There's a spacer on this one. I don't know if we need the spacer on the next one or not. We'll look when we get the new one. You never know. Alright, and then there's one right here. Oh, man. Ooh. This one's tight. Oh my gosh. Oh, shouldn't be this tight. Oh, I have to stretch a little bit my legs. The way I'm bending. Oh. Alright, let's see if we can finish this one. It is super tight. The thing is, you don't want to take a power tool to it because it could strip it through the whole engine and everything. There we go, now it loosened up. Alright. Oop. Water's coming out of that one. Alright, there was a 4th one. I just couldn't see it. So, the 4th one is just right here. Kind of had to blindly see it. So once we... Oh, there we go. Always be careful when you're first breaking loose those bolts. Try not to get your fingers in between anything. You don't want to be slamming your fingers in there. Alright, now that just popped right off. So there we go. Some brown goop plopping out of it. Okay, so now that we got all that out, clean this up a little bit once again and make that all shiny. Before I put the new stuff in. And then see if I can get the new radiator in. Okay, so now you're going to want to take a scraper, scrape off all that old gasket stuff. I'm going to get that flashlight so I can see it a little bit better. Uh-oh. Where did my flashlight go? Oh, it's in my pocket. Too funny. Looking for it and it's in my pocket. Scrape off all this old junk. You don't want that. Okay. I like using a razor scraper better than just a normal scraper. Get a smoother scrape. There we go. That way it's all nice. All right. And we'll go over to the other side and do the other side. Let's clean this up a little bit. Let's see if we got it. Okay. Yeah. Not too bad. All right. Try to clean all that up. Get all. Yep. Okay. Try and get everything I can when it's easy to clean. Okay. Let's do the other side. Okay. Scrape it too. Yeah, get some nice good scrapage action going. There we go. Maybe just a little bit more. I like it. I'm pretty particular with my scraping. No, I just want to make sure I get all that old gasket stuff off. Okay. There we go. Clean that up. Okay. So there's no junk in here. Okay. And when I'm down here, I'm gonna take a little bit of carb cleaner and get some of this oil off. That way I can see if there's any leaks or anything from the future. So try to get all this nice and cleaned up. There we go. All right. All right, now I'll have to just get that new radiator in. Okay, so came with this wiring harness here, but it didn't come with the plug-ins for that, so I'm gonna have to make my own little plug-in and run it blue and black to there. So we're gonna have to make our own little wiring. No big deal, but still a pain in the butt. So I need to go find this type of end. Yeah, let's see if I can, there we go. So I'll go to the parts store, see if I can find 2 of those, and then make my own wiring, because I want to get my wiring tied up before I put it in. Easier to reach when it's out. So all right, we're gonna go do that. Okay, so got it wired up to where it's gonna just be a single wire. Goes into this plug in here. So now I'm gonna zip tie it up, you know, for this thing isn't moving around at all. And then we're gonna come up, I probably want it to come up like that. I don't know yet. So, but we're gonna zip tie it definitely right here, and then we'll go from there, because I don't know how I want to run this yet. So I'll have a better idea once it's actually inside the car. So anyway, I'll zip tie those up, and yeah, looking nice. Okay, we got it all zip tied here. So maybe I'll put one right on that end. I don't know. Everything else is real nice and tight. I think I'll put one more right here, but anyway. Yeah, that'll work underneath there. I'm just hoping that this fan doesn't sit up against the other one, so, or the suspension pieces. But like I said, I gotta get all this tied up first. So all right, yeah, I'll add one more right there, and then we'll throw it in. Okay, so I had to go to Home Depot, and that way I can plug off my AC lines for my automatic transmission, which I don't have. So, but if you do, this is the plug you'll need. Fits just fine. So, I mean, they're just hand tight right now. But anyway, just wanted to show you that. And then we're ready to throw it in after this. Okay, we're gonna throw it in. So this one's way lighter, so a lot easier to handle. Set it here. Alright. There we go. Alright, so that goes down in there. Okay. Set it on the other side. Get it down in its. Come on. There we go. Hey. Now that's a fit, because look, right where that what am I talking about? The sway bar, it clears it. Very happy, very, very happy. So, perfect fit. Can't get any better than that. Very happy with this fit. Very easy to put in. Awesome. Okay. Alright, let's show you. Just keep it here. So, went right in. So it gives me room in there. And then, let's see. Come on, focus a little bit. So, anyway, clears it. Barely, but it does. Sweet. Oh, that's gonna look so nice. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, well, now I'm gonna put the brackets back on and go from there. So these just go up on there and hold it into place. So I might get some new rubber. We're gonna do a test fit first before I see what I need to do, because this rubber's still really good. But yeah, we'll just do a test fit and see. Alright, so here's a fan check. Boy, I can feel the air blowing pretty good there, so fans work good. So before I wire it all up the correct way, I just ran power wire just to make sure the fans work, and I got good ground and everything. So I put the ground down closest as I could, so it's down there off the frame. So anyway, that's installed. I'm just gonna tape this up a little bit down here, these wires, and tie them down, zip tie them down, and we'll stop right there because I need my water pump. But looking pretty good. Where's my flashlight? So get an overall look. Looks a lot more cleaner, has a lot more air coming up through here too. The other one went right up to the top, so that might actually help air come in too and move air away from the engine. So that will definitely help. All right. Kind of hurt my arm a little bit, tighten some bolts, or my shoulder, so I'm done for the night. So tomorrow I'll do the water pump. Thanks, guys. Alright, so now that I'm all done, kind of showing it. Probably can see it better without the light, actually. So it's looking pretty good. Put new bolts up here since I was missing a bolt, so I went and bought new bolts. So overall, it's looking real good. So I'll just wait till tomorrow to finish it out. So yeah, I'll get the hoses and all that other stuff put on after I get the water pump. So, and then I might change things around a little bit. I might put a 90 on there. We'll get there when we get there. So yeah, and then my wiring all tied up. Let's see. Well, I can't see. Flashlight. So I got it tied up through there. Then comes up here to this mess. I'm gonna have to rewire this all one day and make it all, tie it all up and make it look nice. But for now, it's just there. But I want to rewire the whole car. I'm pretty much there, all there. I have a lot of new wire in here anyway. So, but yeah, see, I got a little bit of a wiry mess here. One day I'll just take it all out, just run the wires needed, and be done with it. So, anyway, all right. See you tomorrow.